up? It's a new week. Most importantly, I need to get my dash back in the S14. If you're new to the channel, the S14 has custom fusion relay panel, custom chassis harness, all that good stuff. You're gonna see some wiring today. I wanna knock that out, get the dash back in. Our trans bell housing, it's not packed up yet. It's still over there. I gotta get the gunk off of it, which I've been struggling with. Here we are 1 week later, it's still here, that was not the plan. So we're gonna figure that out. The dash is over there. These doors are closed and it's dark in here, so I'm gonna open up these doors, get some light in, and I'm gonna make a connector. You guys will see I'm gonna be using a new kit today. I'm gonna get some light in and then just start hammering away. That's good enough. If you've been subbed to the channel, which if you aren't subbed, do it below. You know that we have the switch panel, and I had these white switches. And then you have these white wires, which the switches, all they do are supply power through the white wires to close the relays. And that powers like the fans, headlights, fuel pump, all the good stuff that controls the entire car. I have a problem because whenever I remove this, which is this cheap ABS panel we cheaply made a very long time ago, if I take the dash out and I have to remove this, it's a pain because I have to disconnect every wire. I have to disconnect these one by one from these spade connectors, and that is not easy, it's a pain. So what I'm gonna do is make one of these. I have one already, I've done it before when I did the boost gauge install. One of these connectors right here. That way, anytime I'm taking the dash out, I just go bloop. Hopefully it's pretty easy. I did it before. Obviously my coworker helped me, so this is my first time doing it by myself. And then also you guys are gonna basically learn how to do it as well. Hey, also shout out to the guy who recommended I use my wireless mic when shooting at the workshop, because I think it'll make a huge difference in the videos. The audio quality could be super annoying when there's an echo. So hopefully this is better. I'm not gonna know, editing Kris will know. And if it is better, he'll put like a thumbs up on the screen or something really corny and stupid. So I'm gonna try to make the power and ground 1 and 2 on here, because these are labeled. So I'll try to make the power and ground 1 and 2, and I'll have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ascending up. So when we go to wire the other part in the car, we kind of know what pins they're already connected to. Starting off with this is gonna need to get extended. You can make fun of me, but I did 2 red wires. I'm gonna start pinning them. So I'm gonna leave this to the side for now. So power is gonna be the number one pin, ground number 2, and then going from obviously the main switch over, it'll be like 3, 4, 5, 6, last one 7, which is our fuel switch. Previously, the fuel switch. This kit comes with a female and a male pin. So we have power, and that's gonna be terminal 1. So I'm gonna strip that wire. And this is fairly easy, guys. You don't wanna crimp this on wire only because it won't hold, so you also wanna get some of the insulation. And I'll show you once this is crimped how it actually looks when you grab some of the insulation. I just did 1 click on this crimp tool, so it holds it in place. And just crimp it down all the way until this releases. Okay, I just finished crimping everything, so check this out. I don't even know if you can see it that well, but I just have to make sure I number them and feed them in correctly, because remember, power 1 and then up through fuel, which is 7. There we go. And then last but not least, this is 7 and set. There it is. Bam. That's nice. That looks good, right, guys? I just finished this up. This is the finished product. So before we had a bunch of wires that were hanging or on spade connectors, and now we have this, which is really, really nice. There's one last thing we have to do, and it's this. There's still a lot to do. I gotta install the wiper, the other one that we never got to put on because we had our old Team Vandal decal on there, which RIP Team Vandal, but box break, which you guys saw on the projector earlier. That was pretty cool. Let me know if you guys thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty sick. So tomorrow when I come in, we're gonna install the rest of the wiring, install the dash. We got the Z32 bell housing we have to clean, finish cleaning, pack up and ship it to Mazworx. We got the wiper that needs to go on. We're gonna do some testing. And then I wanna talk to you guys about the little secret surprise. It's not really a secret surprise. At the end of this video, I'm gonna talk about that because it's here. It did arrive, I got it and it is here. So I wanna show you guys that to end the video off. But we're gonna pick back up bright and early tomorrow. The list for today is freaking fat. I'm about to make another circuit. So the window switches, you guys know, are really ghetto. I'm embarrassed to show this, but I'm gonna show it real fast for you guys. You're probably wondering how my window works, because if you look here, there's no window switch, and on the other side, there's also no window switch. So you're just seeing these little wires here. How in the world do I roll up my windows? They are hot wired. It is extremely ghetto, it's extremely tacky, but I pull these wires out, 2 wires, and based on the polarity, so based on which gets ground, which gets power, determines if the window goes up or down. That's how I've been rolling my windows up and down since I've owned the car. So all the track days when we load the car up on the trailer and I put my windows up before I put them down for a track event, that's what I'm doing. It's ghetto, it's horrible. My solution is still ghetto, but it's much better than what it is now. It's gonna be a 5-pin universal window switch. So I have the 2 wires going from the motors that go into the switch, 2 grounds and 1 power to equal the 5 wires, and it'll just go up and down. The switch is still gonna sit inside of there. Maybe I'll mount it somehow, I'll figure it out, because I don't have the switches yet. I'm making the circuit now because the dash is gonna go back in today and I don't wanna have to pull the dash again to add in the circuits and stuff. It shouldn't be too bad, but I need some more light. Let's open this up and get started. So here it is, and made 2 of them. One is smaller, obviously, because that's coming from the passenger side, which is where the fuse panel is mounted, so it's gonna be shorter. This is gonna be what's protecting the entire window circuit. So here's the power for the window circuit. Here are the 2 grounds. I have a harness tucked under the carpet there because we still have to actually connect them. And then the other one is going over here and it's tucked in that little hole there. This is done, everything's done. Right now I'm gonna start putting the dash in. Having the dash back in is gonna help a lot because my mind will see the dash in, the interior cleaned and put together, and it's gonna be like, all right, it's time to drive again. And we're slowly making our way back to the streets, back to the track. So yeah, it's time to put the dash in. This is gonna be a long process or a short one, I don't know, let's see. I haven't put the dash in so long. The hardest part is the gauges. The gauges are so annoying to put in the pods and stuff. All right, it's that time. Main power. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. ECU. Yes, sir. All right, gauges, let's see it. Headlights and taillights. Yep, I can see it in the reflection all the way across the street. And back here, I can see it a little bit too. New connector was a success. Next time you pull the dash, it's gonna be so much easier. Okay, dashboard's in. I'm gonna do some B-roll really fast. And then our Z32 transmission's not packed up, not cleaned. That needs to get packed up and cleaned and shipped off to Sanford, to Mazworx, so we can get it machined and get our stuff back. Get the transmission in the car and start doing all the other stuff. Remember, there's a surprise at the end of this video, so continue watching if you want to see what that is. It does relate to the S14. It is technically an upgrade, so just stay tuned if you want to see that. Sweating like crazy, Florida. Now that the dash is back in the S14, the Z32 transmission, the bell housing's not cleaned yet. I still need to clean it out. I've been trying to figure out a way to get the gunk out of the transmission. I think I figured it out finally, so we're gonna clean this up, package it up so it can ship out tomorrow, because Mazworx is waiting on me. I'm not waiting on them, they're waiting on me, so we can't waste any more time if we want to get the S14 up and running, back on the street and driving. Oh my God. Oh, I cannot wait to drive. Last video we picked up the box, we got some bubble wrap right here. I'm gonna try the new method. You're gonna probably laugh when you see what the method is, but I think it should clean up the bell housing pretty good. Then I can dry it off, get it packaged, and have it ready for Monday so we can ship it out. Cleaned it up as best as I could, dried it out and everything with air, towels and air, so it's ready to go into the box, which I have sitting over there. Check this out. I was lifting up the bell housing and I just saw that piece of the thrust washer sitting there, so just make sure you get the entire thrust washer out when you do your bell housing removal, if you are doing your bell housing removal. It's really not that heavy. I think it was about 25 pounds. Somebody told me. I feel like this is fine, to be honest with you. Pack this down, pack this, and it's just like, that's good. Over a week later, the bell housing's packed up, ready to go. Tomorrow, I'm gonna put my packing slip in there and tape it up, buy the label, get this shipped out tomorrow. It'll be ground, so it might take a couple days to reach some. It might take 2 days. Mazworx should see my bell housing fairly soon, and hopefully it's not a line to get on the machine. They machine it, they send it back with all the parts, drive shafts, ship the relocation kit, mounting relocator, adapter plate, all the bolts and the hardware and stuff. I get it back, and then we can start putting the transmission in. We still don't have the new clutch. I do have to buy that, but we have something. I've mentioned this so many times, so I'm just gonna take you guys back to the home shop and show you guys a little secret surprise. I'm gonna clean up super fast, and the next time you see me, I'm gonna be showing you guys the new thing I got for the S14. All right, I'm in the secret behind the scenes quarters of the home shop. Here is the surprise. It is this giant box right here. Say what's up, Luna. It's this giant box right here. And inside the box is an S14 T28 Turbo, which is a slight upgrade from a good friend up in the Orlando area. Got this for a decent price, shipped it down, got here in like 2 days. And in the next video, we're gonna be unboxing the T28, installing it, inspecting it, doing all the good stuff. I haven't drained the oil or the coolant out of the car or taken off the old turbo because I was waiting to get the new one. So it's finally here. Next video, we're gonna dive into this, and that's gonna be the big project. So we have to get the car on the lift and do all the other stuff, but turbo's here, transmission's here. So the two things that went wrong with the car, the blown trans and the blown turbo, are both basically in my hands. We're making progress towards getting the S14 running again, which is great. Damn, that's pretty dope. You watched the entire video. Thank you, unless you skipped to the end for the surprise. But even if you did that, it's fine. I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. Peace. Champagne.